Now, here in Kenya, where the government says it will engage Russia over growing reports that its citizens are being recruited to fight in the war in Ukraine, a practice it calls clandestine and unacceptable. Prime Cabinet Secretary Musalia Mudavadi, who also serves as Foreign Affairs Minister, told the BBC that talks with Moscow will focus on protecting Kenyans and stopping illegal recruitment practices. Speaking to the BBC's Peter Mwangangi, Mudavadi said that authorities have already shut down more than 600 recruitment agencies suspected of duping Kenyans with false promises of jobs abroad.
We don't have the exact figures. We can only have estimates of the number of Kenyans involved, because this is a process that has been done clandestinely by the individuals involved and their handlers, all right? So this, because they are not through official channels of the government whatsoever. We believe that maybe close to 200 Kenyans could be involved. But as things stand now, the government of Kenya has helped to repatriate about 27. We have also seen about 8 Kenyans who have either died or they are missing in action.
In your engagements with the Russian government, what are you talking about? Are there likely to be diplomatic consequences?
Kenya and Russia have had long relations since independence, literally. Okay, so this, in my view, becomes a very unfortunate episode of otherwise very positive and cordial relations between our two countries. In order to stem it, we must work together. For instance, we must start looking critically. The issue of visas is clarified. We perhaps even consider working on a proper bilateral labor agreement, which would define what are the areas that we can engage in. We can then also ensure that it is very clear that Kenyans should be excluded from such assignments.
The families we have spoken to say that the government is squarely to blame. They have failed to regulate and criminalize recruitment agencies. What is your response?
You cannot blame the government on this one. Where there are illegal recruitment agencies, we have scrapped them and we continue to scrap them. We have knocked off about 600 recruitment agencies. Over and above that, we are also looking at amending the migration law further, okay? Jointly working with the Ministry of Labor. And we have also emphasized there's the National Employment Agency. It helps, it guides Kenyans on the integrity of the people they are dealing with. There's also the Department of Diaspora, and that is why with other countries we are building up bilateral labor agreements so that it is very clear the framework in which one is being engaged and where they are going, and then the embassies can know. But this is a completely new phenomenon.
But how we got here is that there are concerns that the government itself has failed to provide jobs to youth.
It is true there's a challenge of unemployment, all right? And we must provide opportunities both locally and also be supportive to Kenyans who want to have opportunities outside. And therefore, the position here is that let us move away from a blame game. Let us focus on how can we help Kenyans not to fall into dangerous assignments.
Families that we've spoken to say they have not been able to bury their loved ones because the bodies are still on the other end.
It is difficult because, remember, it depends on where the body has been found. If the body is brought on the Russian side and then the embassy is notified, based on the institution it can. But if it is now in an area where we don't have jurisdiction, maybe the body, they have been found on the other side of the war. There are some who have been found in Ukraine. Where it has happened, we are also working with the government of Ukraine to try and get the remains of those people repatriated.